Hi, I'm Terry and I'm nuts about stamping. I'm back today with another Sundays with Sizzix project. I'm going to make a thank you card using my Big Shot and some other products. My card base is going to be Pool Party. I have cut a piece of cardstock 8.5 by 5.5. I'm going to fold it in half and score it, and basically that will be at the 4.25 mark. If you have your Simply Scored, it's the perfect tool to help you with your scoring. Next, I'm going to add a layer of gumball green, but before I do that, I want to emboss it using my Fancy Fan embossing folder and my Big Shot. So I've got my platform on tab 2, my bottom standard cutting pad. I'll open up the Fancy Fan folder and put the gumball green cardstock inside. It's good to get it nice and straight. Then put the top standard cutting pad on and then run it through the Big Shot, and that will emboss the Fancy Fan design all over the gumball green cardstock. And there we go. Oh, so pretty. So I'm going to adhere the gumball green layer onto the card base using some snail adhesive. Like so. There. Now, I want to add a sort of a feminine touch to the card, so I'm going to bring in one of my tea lace paper doilies that I have sort of just lying around, and I'm going to adhere that on next. And I'm just going to put a bit of snail adhesive in the center part. Obviously I can't really put it on the outside pieces unless I use two-way glue pen. I guess I could have done that. There we go. So I've got that on. And now I want to create an image for my card. So I am going to use some Pool Party and some Whisper White, and I've cut them so that they are layers. The Whisper White's 1/4 inch smaller all the way around. And for my stamp set, one of my stamp sets, I'm going to use the Happy Watercolor stamp set, and I'm going to use this image. If you love to watercolor, or if you love to color in general, this is the perfect stamp set for you to pick up. And it's also part of my Stamps in the Mail Club for April 2014. So if you are interested in learning more about my Stamps in the Mail Club, head on over to my blog. And I have a clubs link at the top in the navigation bar, and you can learn more about it. So I'm going to use some jet black StazOn. I love to use StazOn when I'm watercoloring because the black will not run. And stamp the image like so. And then to color in, I'm going to use my gumball green and my Pool Party ink pads, and I'm going to use one of my blender pens. So if you haven't used a blender pen before, it is the perfect tool for watercoloring. And here's how you would pick up the color from Pool Party. You could open up and just tap the blender pen lightly on the ink pad itself, or you can squeeze in the center, then open the lid, and you have a paint palette to pick up your color from, and then you can color the flowers. I always start in the middle and make that part the darkest, and then work my color outside of the center, and then when the color seems to run dry from my blender pen, I just go and pick up some more. Again, starting in the center and then working my way out. So blender pens are a must-have if you love to color, because they're very easy to clean up afterwards as well. All you do is bring in a piece of scrap well, I just use copy paper, and you color on the copy paper until you can see that the color is gone and it's just clear liquid that's running out, and you know that you're ready to pick up the next color. The other thing you can do is each blender pen has 2 tips on it, so you can just turn it around, take the lid off, and pick up your next color, and then clean your pen when you're done. Alright, so I've got my pool party, and I promised to clean my pen afterwards, but for the sake of you watching the video, I'm now going to do the same with my gumball green. I'm going to use the other end, and I'm going to use, oh, I just saw I missed a petal. That's okay, I'll pick that up afterwards and color it. So blender pens are great because you can use them with all of Stampin' Up's colors and make everything match the color of the cardstock that you're using underneath. Alright, so I've finished my coloring, and now I'm going to take my flower layer and my snail adhesive and try and center this like so, and now I'm going to adhere it on to the front of my card. But before I do that, I'm going to use some of my Pool Party Baker's twine, and I'm going to wrap some baker's twine around to add just a nice decorative touch. So I usually go around 3 times. You saw that I put my snail adhesive on the back already. It makes it very easy for starting and finishing, like so. And then I'm going to put some more snail adhesive on, or you could use sticky strip, or you could use Stampin' Dimensionals, however you want to adhere your layer on. I'm going to adhere mine on like so, and then I could leave it like this so that it's just a note card, or I could add a phrase to the front. And I'm going to add a phrase. I decided to choose the Express Yourself stamp set because it has so many cool phrases. Now this is a hostess set, which means you need to qualify to earn this for free. So grab your friends, place a bunch of orders together. If it's $150 or more, you get this stamp set and some other products too for free, which is what I did. Oh, I've already mounted the thank you onto, I think it's clear block B. Yes, it is. And I think what I'm going to do is bring in a piece of scrap Whisper White cardstock, and I think I'm going to make this a multicolored phrase. So I'm going to color the U using my Pool Party, and I'm going to color the thank using Gumball Green. I'm going to stamp it down like so. And then I have my word window punch, and so let's try and get that centered. Punch it out, and then I'm going to attach, I'm going to attach my phrase right in the center of the card. And so this is one of the ways that I'm going to show you a great way if you don't want to use a Stampin' Dimensional on both sides, just use it on one side. So let me cut one of the edges of the Stampin' Dimensional, and I'll put it on the back of this side here. And then I'm going to use snail adhesive on the other side. And it looks like I just ran out of snail adhesive. Just a minute. I did. Well, that's okay. I will fix it after the video is done. So I'm going to attach my phrase like so, and then when the video is over, I will put a refill in my snail container and then finish off my card like that. And there we go. A really cute thank you card that's fun and easy to create and very pretty. I made a card very similar to this the other day for a friend at work, and she loved it, thought it was the most pretty card she'd ever seen. So try this at home when you get a few moments. For a complete listing of the supplies and the measurements for the cardstock, please hop on over to my blog, www.nutsaboutsstamping.com. While on my blog, don't forget to check out my Stamps in the Mail Club. You can see other clubs that I'm offering that are for online or long distance customers. You can place an order for the products I use to make this card. You can ask me a question or just look through all sorts of other sample ideas. I try and post something new and different every single day. And if you're not a newsletter subscriber, there's a link on my blog for you to do that as well, and my newsletters are free. I'm Terry. I am Nuts About Stamping. See you next time. Bye for now.